But before that happens, he says he will ask again, questioning why she harasses Wooju, and tells her to answer quickly before he rips out all her hair. That scares the little pig, who screams for him not to do it. But she immediately reflects that it is something she could never admit, even if she died. She remembers what happened a year ago when she was at the pre-orientation day at GG Institute. 16-year-old Do Hyeji was sitting quietly, thinking that it seemed like everyone had a close friend and wondering if she would be able to make friends at that institute. While she was taking out a piece of gum, Wooju appears, greets her, and sits next to her. Then he sees her looking at someone behind, realizing she is observing Rabin and wonders who she is, since he finds her very pretty. Wooju, noticing that, asks if she finds her attractive, adding that even the color of her hair is beautiful. He explains that she has been popular since she was young, since she stands out a lot. The new student asks if he is her friend, to which Wooju replies no, that their parents are friends and that is why he knows her. Then Do Hyeji comments that such a color surely wouldn't look good on her. But the boy asks if she also wants to dye her hair, stating that he thinks it would look good on her. That leaves the girl blushing, who thanks him. As a gesture of trust, she pulls out a piece of gum, but before offering it, Rabin calls him and asks if they are in the same class again. He answers that yes, and that it is quite a coincidence. But Rabin asks him to get up and go to the cafeteria together, leaving Do Hyeji alone. After that day, on the first day of the new semester, Wooju walks through the halls until someone calls him. When he turns around, he sees a girl with pink hair greeting him. It is Do Hyeji, who reflects that she already intended to change her hair color and that she did it because he said it would look good on her. However, the boy asks who she is, leaving the small girl surprised. It is then that Rabin calls him. He greets her and leaves the pink-haired girl alone, while he and his blonde friend continue talking. It was that day that Do Hyeji said he should be careful, since one way or another she would make him pay attention to her. Back in the present, the goat tells her to answer quickly, pulling her to the side. The pig, already hurt, thinks that even if they eliminate her, she would not admit what she did just to get Wooju's attention. And the worst part is that right now he is also listening to everything from there. Thus, Do Hyeji on the ground kneels, lowers her head toward the goat, and declares that she is truly guilty. But her opponent asks if she thinks that just by kneeling she will forgive her. The little pig replies that if necessary, she can hit her as much as she wants until she feels relieved. But the goat questions if she still does not understand, saying that she cannot allow it. She adds that it would be better to ask the cat or the rabbit directly and believes that by hitting them she will get a faster answer. However, Do Hyeji stops her by grabbing her by the ankle. She asks her to wait and that she will answer. At that moment, Rabin asks Wooju to get ready. The pig is about to reveal the reason why she has bothered Wooju all this time. On the other hand, Rabin starts walking toward them, leaving the boy confused, who upon seeing that, questions what she is going to do. It is then that the rabbit asks to fight her. Both look at each other, and the goat gives a slight smile. But before continuing, Wooju approaches even more, reflecting that she is distracted now and that this is his chance. He lunges at her and hugging her shouts that the goat will participate in the Zodiac trial. At that moment she smiles, something Wooju notices, but immediately a magic circle is summoned at the same time a shine appears. After some time, Min Ji-hyun wakes up, and upon seeing the other girls, Wooju quickly asks if she is all right and if she has fully regained consciousness. The girl, on the other hand, asks where they are, and the boy questions if she does not remember anything, which she confirms, mentioning that her head hurts. She then asks why she is there with him. Thus, the little goat answers that she is very sorry, explaining that it had been a long time since she went to Earth. So without noticing, she got too excited. Min Ji-hyun, upon seeing her, asks if she is a ghost. Meanwhile, Wooju looks at her and wonders if she really lost her memory from being possessed. With that in mind, they begin explaining the whole situation to her so far. After listening to everything, Min Ji-hyun asks how she could do something so cruel and apologizes for everything. Do Hyeji, being angry, asks if crying will fix everything, and Wooju stops her, answering that it is fine, mentioning that she does not remember anything and that the most important thing is that she is now back to normal. Min Ji-hyun stands up and grabs him by the clothes, commenting that she will help him with whatever as a sign of her remorse, to which the boy replies that he will think about it later. It is then that Nina announces that now they have another person. That slightly annoys the pig, who complains that for Nina it is easy to say, revealing that she was really scared before everything was fixed. But Nina does not care and asks Wooju to go home since she is hungry. As they leave, Min Ji-hyun calls Rabin. When she turns, her new partner asks her to keep her promise, with a slight smile. That sends a chill down Rabin's spine, but the girl immediately regains her serious attitude. At the end of the day, Min Ji-hyun returns home and upon sitting on the floor, curls up. She begins to laugh. That scares the goat a little. She immediately reveals that Min Ji-hyun is happy since Wooju hugged her, instantly showing that her room is filled with photographs of him. At another moment, Wooju asks if Min Ji-hyun has already arrived home, adding that they should have accompanied her while she recovers her strength. But Do Hye-ji questions why he worries about her, asking him not to, since her hair still hurts from how she pulled it earlier. However, the boy says the same happened with Rabin, asking if she is all right. But the girl is thinking about other things, until Wooju calls her, pulling her out of her thoughts, and she answers automatically that yes. Do Hye-ji questions why they are on her side, saying that she is crazy. However, when she looks at Wooju, she remembers when he helped her, blushing at that moment. The student notices that, and asks if perhaps her sacred power has not fully recovered, starting to move his hand closer to hers. But the girl pulls her hand away immediately, asking what is wrong with him. The boy replies that he just wanted to recharge her sacred power. That makes her even redder, saying she will take another path now and bidding them farewell. Wooju wonders why she acts so suddenly. All of that is observed by both Rabin and Nina, who becomes thoughtful. She immediately comments that she has something to do and asks them to return home first. She leaves, leaving the two students alone. On the other hand, already at night, someone is in a place at school, beginning to invoke their power. Until someone interrupts their concentration, saying that even at night there is still trouble. That scares the one who was invoking, launching a lightning bolt toward the newly heard voice. However, the mysterious person comments that that could have eliminated someone. She then adds that, in the end, she was right, referring to him as the fifth guardian spirit, Ryujin. He, for his part, replies that he does not take seriously the ranks that are only determined to entertain the gods. Thus it is revealed that it was Nina speaking to him. She answers that he has the same attitude as always, like a doll with feelings, and that thankfully nothing has changed. She assures that that will mean he will not be an obstacle for her to be number one. But she also confesses that it is a bit boring. Even so, she declares that now she knows his opinion on the matter, and that she will ask for his help in the future. But Ryujin mentions that even if she does not ask, he will do it anyway, since it is something only he can do. Nina tells him that people nowadays do not like those things, and that is called being nosy. However, he observes her more closely and points out that it is sad, saying that she is still tied to the past and behaving that way. But the cat warns that it is none of his business. She begins to walk away while declaring that he is a meddler. Ryujin, seeing her go, comments to himself that not everything will be easy, as long as he exists. On the other hand, Wooju asks how long it has been since the last time they went home together. Something Rabin highlights was a long time ago. She states that this last week many strange things have happened, and that suddenly she grew rabbit ears, and that there was even a cat who turned into a human. Even his first kiss was with Min Ji-hyun. After saying that, they both fall silent, until Wooju breaks it, asking if at that moment she told him something. He remembers that when the goat was attacking Do Hye-ji, she shouted that she would do it, and he asks what she meant by that. Rabin, a little nervous, replies that it was nothing, but she immediately calls the student, which makes him ask what is going on. Then the rabbit asks him if he has ever kissed someone, blushing. For his part, the boy questions why she asks something so sudden, getting scared. But then he answers that it is something people who are dating do, and states that she knows he has never dated anyone, laughing a little from being nervous. Then Rabin confirms that is true, but asks if he has ever thought about getting a girlfriend. The boy replies that someone like him cannot do that, since there is no girl in the world who would want a short and ugly boy like him. Upon hearing him, Rabin asks what he is saying, and why he belittles himself so much, stating that he is a wonderful person. She then questions why he claims that no one likes him. She declares that of all the people she knows, none is as good and caring as him. She then turns around halfway and says that is why he should have more confidence in himself. That leaves the boy blushing, asking that they go home to rest. Already in her room, Rabin covers her face and wonders what she should do. On the other hand, Wooju throws himself on the bed and thinks that he is very tired. He looks at the mark he has and reflects that he still has not gathered even half of them, and that there is little time left for the 100-day deadline that Nina mentioned. And to make it worse, 8 people are missing. But he immediately wonders when Nina will return. Thus, he closes his eyes and begins to dream of her in the past. Right when he saw his master leave, and the farther he went, he shouted that it was not fair, beginning to cry. It is then that the man on the cloud asks him not to be sad, saying that they will see each other again soon. After that, Wooju wakes up and wonders how long he has slept, and why he again had a strange dream. Moreover, about someone who looked like Nina who was crying. When putting on his glasses, he questions why he sees everything blurry, and that right now he feels a bit dizzy. But the surprise is greater upon entering the bathroom, since the boy from before has changed, and that makes him wonder what is happening.